Hey, today we will talk about the working memory model developed by Baddeley and Hitch. The initial model had two storage components, one to store verbal material and one to store visual material. The third component was called Central Executive. It coordinates the storage components and cognition in general. You can consider the central executive like a boss telling other storages what to do, such as specifying task goals, initiating and terminating cognitive routines, etc. In 2000, an additional system was added called the episodic buffer. It was added to the model for maintaining and manipulating information from episodic long-term memory. Now let's fill in the model. The phonological store acts as an inner ear and holds information in a speech-based form for 1 to 2 seconds. Capacity of this store is typically investigated with span task. Miller came up with this argument that humans have a span of 7 plus or minus 2, so between 5 and 9. If I gave you 10 words to remember, according to Miller, most of you would be able to memorize 5 to 9 words. However, others have argued that true capacity of phonological store is lower, around 4. Evidence against Miller's proposal comes from research showing that the capacity limitation is related to phonological characteristics of the stimuli. So for example, if I gave you words like map, can, cap, mat, you would be able to recall more words than when I present you with polysyllabic words such as skeleton, helicopter, etc. Another factor that may influence span is the opportunity to rehearse the material. In a research, participants were told to silently mouth irrelevant speech while going through the words. So for example, adding numbers to the words by saying 1 map, 2 can, 3 cap, 4 mat. The results showed that the span of the words the participant recalled was lower. This is called the articulatory suppression. Baddeley argues phonological loop consists of two components, one being the phonological store obviously, and the other is the rehearsal mechanism based on subvocal articulation that refreshes the store. It's called the articulatory control system, also known as the inner voice. Finally, we have the visuospatial sketch. It stores visual and spatial information and can be thought of as an inner eye. It's responsible for setting up and manipulating mental images. Like the phonological loop, it has limited capacity as well, but it's important to remember the limits of two systems are independent. Limit of visual spatial sketch can be tested with simple test called the Corsi block. If you ever played the game Among Us and did this task in the reactor, you got the basic idea of Corsi block test. First you watch the blocks being tapped and the task is to reproduce the sequence. This test shows memory usually declines when holding in mind more than 4 items. So the visual spatial sketch capacity is thought to be around 4 too.